Selvedges are the kind of new scrap piece of fabric, and the reason that people have enjoyed using them is that they actually come with quite an interesting design on them. We used to think that having the manufacturer's name on there was actually very passé and had to be hidden, but along with sort of Nike and all of the labels, people quite like it. And in fact, when we're dealing with students and telling them what colours to look for in their quilt, what colours they could use, I often direct them to the selvage. It's called a sort of traffic light system, and you can see how many colours have been used in the fabrics. These fabrics from Robert Kaufman, you can see there's actually a lot of shades of green being used in here. It's not just the one. So that's actually quite helpful to a student if they've got that piece of traffic lights in their fat quarter. It's quite an interesting and helpful element for them. But one of the jobs I get to do for creative quilting is I get to cut their fabric sample club, which is the 5-inch squares that go out every month. And 5 doesn't quite go into 42. So what we get left with is a pile of wonderful fabrics. I say we, I actually mean me, because I end up taking them home for my private stash. And you just look at them and you touch them and you do what quilters do. But eventually I do like to use them. And this is a quilt block that a friend of mine shared with me. She called it a magic block, and she used these little sections of fabric. Now, you're not going to have little sections of fabric. They're 5 inches deep. You're probably going to end up with strips of fabric from your stash, which look like this. So you could just sew these together to make a strip that's at least 5 inches wide. So just strip them together to form pieces.